Join the Wayslim Challenge to win a luxury trip and 50,000 Rand.
As Kia mentioned, we're chatting to Eric Way, and we're going to be talking about Wayslim and weight loss. Eric, welcome to Expresso, and I see you brought a guest, a counselling psychologist, Dr. Anthony Costadius.
Costadius, ja. Difficult.
Ja, baie moeilijk.
Very.
Ek weet of het Afrikaans is, maar dat is glad nie.
Glad nie, dit is Grieks.
O, dit is Grieks.
Ja, Griekse opa, Afrikaanse oma, so ek is 'n baster.
Why did you invite Dr. Anthony?
Lisa, we have to address various things when we trying to lose weight, and you know, it's all fair and square that we sit down in the morning and we try and decide on how we're going to plan our meals for the day. But you know, there's far more deeper things sometimes when it comes to weight gain, and I thought, you know, let's address them from a psychological point of view, because those are things that were really underlying with me. I felt that the more I was being pushed by certain people on trying to lose weight, I tended to eat more. So I thought it would be great to have Anthony here today just to speak about a few different issues.
Now, talking about you being pushed by people to lose weight, and that's my first question to you. At the gym the other day, I saw a mom with her little one, couldn't have been older than 6, making her do exercises, and she called her fat. What do parents do when they've got overweight children? If you can even call young kids overweight at that age?
Yeah, I think that's more a reflection of, if I may use the word pathology, the parent really, the parent having real weight issues. And you know, because there are things called body dysmorphic disorders, for example, where the mom may have a totally skewed idea of, you know, what she looks like, and she just transfers all of that onto the child. It's really scary. And you know, that creates a lifelong obsession with the weight and the fact that I never ever look good enough, and that I've got to change something about myself to be okay. And you know, the sad thing is that the child ultimately is prevented from enjoying one of the good things in life, which is good food, ultimately, isn't it?
Yeah. And how do parents handle things like that? I mean, growing up, I was always the skinny kid, and kids at school went, "Oh, you're so skinny, you're so skinny." And it does start playing with you, and I mean, overweight people as well. So how do you address overweight or underweight kids in terms of parents?
You know, I think ultimately you want to start way back to get a parent to just have a sane, balanced, normal lifestyle where the child is not in front of the TV all the time, not in front of the computer all the time.
My parents threw the scale away. We had no scale. We weren't allowed to weigh ourselves growing up.
My teenage daughter had the scale for about a month, and I threw it away. Just eating normally and not really obsessing about stuff. But you know, unfortunately, sometimes food becomes an issue in terms that it becomes a source of comfort, or it becomes a source of measuring yourself against things, and it can go into an addictive region where I'm eating to feel better. I feel guilty. I feel worse. I eat to feel better. So then you go into that type of cycle, which is really an addictive sort of cycle.
But how do you handle something like that? People who eat to make them feel better, eat to cope with depression.
You know, I went to Google this.
You're a doctor and you went to Google.
I went to Google this, you know. I know where to find information.
Okay.
I just look really clever.
Okay, tell me something.
There's about 121 listed medical and psychological disease-related reasons why people either overeat or undereat. So, you know, it's really what's the issue for the particular individual. I mean, he might tell you that he had that type of motivation for why he was overeating. Another person has something different. So, yes, there's a psychological aspect to it, because we're talking about what makes it better. We've got to sort out for the individual, why am I doing this? But there's also medical issues. There's thyroid issues. There's diabetes. There's you know, things like Alzheimer's can have to do with overeating and undereating. So there's medical stuff. So you need to see the physician. And of course, you know, the depression as such, which is related here, is also disease. So ultimately it's about the right medication, the right medical intervention, the lifestyle, and sorting out your own motivation for why am I doing this? You can't just, I said to him in our pre-session chat that, you know, therapy isn't the answer to everything here. So yes, you've got to sort out the dynamic.
You're going to have lots of psychologists on your back after that.
I love that. I'm ready for it.
But with you, Eric, as well, with you eating, how did you get to that point where you you knew that you had to start losing weight?
Well, I think it's very important, actually, what Anthony's saying is that you have to, it's your own, you as an individual have to find that place in your life and address it from many different aspects. And you have to do something from a psychological point of view that suits you best and not go through the norm where people tend to say, well, the way to lose weight is to go to a fitness instructor, to eat less. You need to find a way that's going to work for you and so that it's sustainable and that it can last for a long time. You know, it's a whole holistic approach, really. So for me, it was literally waking up that morning and saying, you know what, I'm going to change my whole lifestyle, but to suit me, and we're going to work in various different ways. I mean, I never had to see a psychologist, luckily, but I think that was just, you know, that suited me. But I think there are people that definitely need to, you know, address the situation in different levels.
Well, Eric and Anthony, thanks so much for joining us. We're still running that great Wayslim competition.
Yes.
Waar jy 'n makeover or oormaak sessie kan wen, you will be working with Eric Way and his fantastic team. It's wayslim@expressoshow.com. Email, send a photo and a short paragraph about yourself, and who knows, you could be whisked away with Eric Way for 2 weeks of pampering and a big weight loss experience. It's all part of the wayslim@expressoshow.com competition. Send in that photo and a short paragraph, and who knows, you could be doing that big makeover with Eric Way. Now, stay where you are. We've still got a jam-packed show ahead. We're going to be cooking with Karen Zoid and Sonia, and we're going to be talking finance issues. I'm going to be finding out if it's the ideal time to buy a house.